because I had a chick, maybe 2 years back. She was staying in Atlanta, headed to the bedroom. Y'all already know what time it is. Got them guts, beat it up like Rocky. Then we ended up chilling. All right. So get this, we chilling in bed, and a phone rang. All right. So I already knew that she had a boyfriend, and she had told me that, yeah, because I was like, hey, so you got a boyfriend and all that? She's like, yeah, but we ain't too good right now. We working things out. Everything's not going smooth right now, but we working it out. If we don't work it out, I'm finna break up with him, or we finna break up, whatever. I was like, I bet, because my thinking is, I just want to get them guts and be out. You feel me? So the phone rings, man, and guess what? It's her dude calling. And the dude was up in, I don't even know, up in another town or something like that. And they get to talking. And before she even starts talking to the dude, bro, she shushes me, man. She tells me to keep quiet before she picks up the phone. So she picks up the phone, and in my head, I'm already thinking, hey, what the hell is this? What the hell's going on here? She picks up the phone, and the dude asking her, like, hey, baby, where you at? Yeah, can we meet? Something like that. Something to the effect of, we'll link up. I just got done with work and all that. And she capping, man. She like, hey, yeah, because she was in university, you feel me? So she told the dude, like, hey, yeah, I'm still in class, I'm still at school, I'm trying to take care of this and that, whatever. I don't even remember what the hell she said, but she was just capping, man. She was capping. I'm in bed. I'm thinking, damn, man, she just straight lied to this dude, man. Because she had mentioned to me that they've been together for a couple years. So I'm thinking, sheesh, I just smashed this chick, man. And she straight up camping on this dude. So they proceeded to talk for a couple minutes, then she hang up. Bro, I didn't even react, man. I was like, all right. She was like, hey, that's my dude, He calling me, he wanted to meet up and all that. I was like, all right, it's cool, I didn't even ask, like, why did you lie? Because that's when I realized, bro, like, they just for the streets. You feel me? The same thing could be happening to me, could be happening to you, bro. Straight out. Like, you could be with a chick and y'all been together 10 years, 5 years, it don't matter, bro. Y'all been together a month, and she just gonna cheat on you, man. Straight facts, bro. Bro, she could be with you right now, and next minute she with Tyrone, next minute she with Chan. It don't matter, bro. Y'all just gotta realize it's just your turn, man. It's just your turn. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you're gonna be alright. The sooner, you ain't gonna get butthurt. If you're getting flaked on, you try to set up a date and she didn't show up, you're just gonna be like, whatever, man. On to the next one, you feel me? Do not take it personal, man. That's how they move, bro. Y'all need to realize she ain't yours, bro. It's just your turn. You feel me? Because that's the day, I came to a realization, like, man, I just gotta move how they move, just smash and move, man. Smash and move. Do not waste no more time. Do not invest your energy. Do not invest your feelings. Y'all be catching feelings for these broads. Y'all be getting in, long-term relationship. No, man, we don't do that over here, bro. We get in long-term relationship without, we're trying to get our bread up. We get in long-term relationship, without purpose, bro. You're just better off putting that energy in your purpose, achieving your goals, whatever you're trying to achieve, instead of catching feelings, for the wrong broad. And next thing you know, you ending up like, that dude on the other line. All right? You should never be insecure, man. You should never be insecure. It don't matter what the situation is. Let's say, all right, there's a difference between you being insecure and she's just being flat out disrespectful. When she being disrespectful, it means she flirting with other dudes in front of you. She giving out numbers in front of you. That's just straight up disrespect, bro. But if she out here, y'all chilling up, y'all kicking it in the spot, and she, smiling at the waiter, she flirting with the bartender, or another dude, done came up to her and, she ain't serving him, she entertaining the conversation, bruh, that, you can't, that's disrespect, bruh. But insecurity is like you checking her phone, she coming home late, you were like, where you at? Maybe she was supposed to clock out of work at 7 and she done came home at 10 o'clock and you're getting insecure, like, I know you was out with other dudes, let me check your phone. Or maybe she going to the bathroom, you're scrolling through her phone, you find, her chats with, simp dudes trying to get with her. Bruh, it don't matter what kind of chick you're dating, man. Every chick gonna have beta male arbiters trying to get with her. The only difference is if she's serving them or not. If she is serving them or not. You feel me? If she going out with them or not. She always gonna have some beta cucks on the side, providing something, providing tension, providing validation. But you ain't gotta be checking her phone, man. You ain't gotta be talking like you just expect her to cheat on you. You feel me? Because best believe, she gonna do what you expect her to do, man. Once you signal to her you ain't confident no more, you're insecure, she gonna do exactly what you expect, bro. So you ain't never gonna catch her, man. If she decides to cheat on you, you gonna bust your head, man, trying to catch a chick cheating on you. So don't even waste your time, alright? Do not be insecure, bro. And the next thing, bro, never argue with a broad. Never argue, man. Because they always trying to bring up arguments, over silly stuff. Maybe you left your pants, on the bed. You left a spoon on the table. Over some petty ish, man. Do not be arguing with her, bro. Never argue with a broad, man. Never argue. If she trying to bring something up, it ain't that serious. You ain't gotta be getting a shouting match with her. You feel me? You're trying to prove your point. Just ask yourself, man, when was the last time you ever heard a chick say, hey, baby, I'm sorry, my bad. It was my fault, I apologize. They ain't never gonna say that, bro. You feel me? They never say that, bro. And you're gonna just, you're gonna run yourself into the ground. You're gonna hold your breath till you drop dead, waiting for her to do that. So if you know she ain't never gonna admit her mistakes, why even waste your time, man? If she starts arguing, there's two things you can do. Just leave the situation, come back when she done cooled down, or you can just, if she's shouting, you can just be like, hey, baby, it's all right. We can talk about this, you ain't gotta shout. Let's have a sit down like adults, talk about this. We can work it out. Ain't no need for you to shout. All right? He's going to diffuse her, bro. Because you ain't shouting like her. You ain't getting a shouting match. You ain't getting in your feminine energy. See, when you get in a shouting match with a broad, you're into your feminine. So guess what gonna happen? She gonna move more into her masculine, and it's just gonna keep getting worse. She just gonna keep shouting at you. She always gonna bring up arguments because she knows it gets you going, man. And before you know it, she out the door, and you're wondering what happened. So if she trying to get you out your frame, just leave the situation, walk away, or just tone your voice down, try to have, logical discussion. If she ain't with it, just leave the situation, man. Come back when she done cool down. Alright? And best believe she doing that on the regular, bro. She done lost all respect for you, bro. She just wants you to break up with her. Alright? And the next thing, bro, you always gotta be in control, bro. Always be in control of the situation. And this ties into, the previous point. Whereas she trying to bring up an argument and she trying to get you out your frame, you always gotta be in control. Or let's say something going down, your pockets ain't right, you ain't got some money for the bills or something like that. First of all, you should never get yourself in that position, man. As a man, you always gotta have a plan B. You feel me? And a plan B doesn't pertain to you, just out here, getting loans, getting, you making appointments with loan sharks and all that. Nah, have everything out of control. But let's say you don't, something don't happen. You always gotta show you the man. You feel me? You always gotta show you the man. You got this, you like, hey baby, don't worry about it. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm getting took care of it. You always gotta show control, bro. Your car done flipped over, you alright. Your house is on fire, you alright. You feel me? You the one providing that, stability. That calmness. If you flipping out like her, then what you expect, bro? It's like y'all two broads now, everything gonna fall apart, man. Because you ain't in control. That's how she gonna respect you, bro. Because she gonna be like, hey, I got a man at home. My man got everything out of control. My man gonna take care of it. If she coming to you with some problems, and you like, hey, so what we gonna do, baby? What we gonna, it could be something so simple like you are trying to pick a spot, especially let's say if it's a chick you done met, you finna take her out, and you asking her, where do you want to go? Can you suggest a place? Man, you always gotta have that control from the jump. You feel me? You always gotta show you the leader, like she follows your lead, and if she ain't with it, man, she can kick rocks, man. You feel me? She can kick rocks, bro. You better off just being with a chick with a program. She gonna let you lead. She ain't finna, put the pants on in the relationship. And you best not turn into a beta cuck. At first you was on point, and now you done turn into this simp. You just, everything's 50-50. You asking her for her opinion. You're flipping out like her. Bruh, she gonna be out the door so fast, your head's gonna spin, man. Don't do none of that, all right? And the last thing, bro, very important, man. You gotta have some ambition. You gotta have some ambition and some drive. Do not just be sitting in the house with your pajamas on, watching the basketball game, sipping on some soft drink, with house slippers on. Bro, every time she come home, you just doing the same stuff every day. You ain't got no drive, cheese all over your damn lips because the mac and cheese burger you just done had, because you ain't got nothing going on, man. You gotta show her you got some ambition, man. You got some drive, you got some goals. You out here hustling, hit the gym, you got this and that going. You setting a business up. Something, man. It's gotta be something. Something as simple as you just sit in the gym. It's gonna show her that you're trying to better yourself, right? Okay, let's say you ain't got no plans for a business yet. You gotta speak as if, man. You gotta sell them a dream. Sell them a dream, man. You gotta just act as if. They natural disposition, dictates that they always looking for somebody, the provider, to be the protector, somebody with ambition, with goals, because that's what they want for their offspring, man. You feel me? How you gonna raise your offspring if you ain't got no drive? How you gonna raise them kids, man? If you just a regular bum, you just getting home, you wanna, just shoot some ball, just sitting in the house all day doing nothing. Bro, she gonna be out the door, man. Trust me.
How old are you?
40.
40?
Yeah.
You got a kid?
Absolutely, yeah.
No man's coming to pay your bills. I'm not gonna lie to you. First of all, you're 40.
But I don't look 40, so that doesn't matter.
Matters.
It don't.
You know why it matters?
Yeah, please tell me why.
Because you don't look 40, but there's somebody who actually is not 40. And I'm gonna go pay her bills because she's not 40. She doesn't have any kids. When I'm speaking on the men, I mean the men you want. Not just the guy that's around that you like, I don't even want to take serious. We're speaking on a guy that you want.
But there are still those certain guys that don't go by that same thing.
Men will sit here and tell you, this is how we think. You guys will say, no, it's not. This is how you think. But you're a woman telling men how we think. You got this guy over here. He can pay all your bills. You got this guy over here. He lives with his mom on the couch. Which one you picking if you got the choice?
I'm definitely going to choose an independent one. I'm not gonna choose a guy that's still staying with his mom.
Right. A woman with a kid is the equivalent of the guy that stays with his
No,
mom.
it's how